So, this is going to be my video on my trying to get better from toxic mold exposure and hoping for a better outcome than a lot of people have. I've been dealing with Lyme disease for about 4 years. I'm kneeling here because that's the only way I can get this. I don't have any seating in the apartment yet. I've been dealing with Lyme disease, and what I found was that the most important information that helped me to actually get better from that was when I looked at what other people that were doing well had done, people that felt like they were mostly cured or people who were back to a lot of their former activities. And I looked at exactly what they did, and I just took their testimonials and I'm like, all right, I'm going to do what they did. And honestly, looking at doctors, what doctors were doing for Lyme didn't help me a lot because a lot of doctors were doing antibiotics and then ended up hurting my gut a lot. And looking at a lot of the science didn't really help me that much because it's so complicated and so ultimately I just had to really simplify and just go with testimonials, like what had worked for other people, and often just cheap stuff or else stuff that I could buy and use over and over again. So some of the most important things that helped me with Lyme were ozone saunas and the Bob Beck protocol and just general gluten-free good lifestyle stuff and juicing and all that. And I got to a really good state with that, but then I started getting exposed to mold in my old house, and I live in part of the country that's prone to mold. It's wet and a lot of old buildings. So my health started to go down, ozone stopped working as well for me, and I was in a bad situation. And then my house got so moldy that my boyfriend and I, who both have Lyme, were getting poisoned by the house, and we were delirious and nauseous, and we felt drunk, and it was really bad. We couldn't breathe very well, and we were having really bad mold poisoning symptoms. So we had to escape, and for the past 3 weeks I've been staying in hotels and Airbnbs trying to stay in low mold places because both of us developed very, very severe mold sensitivity after that, and he also has chemical sensitivity. What's ironic is that my chemical sensitivity is actually a little lower now than it used to be, and I think that might be because my detox enzymes might be upregulated or something. I'll smell chemicals, but they don't feel noxious to me much. So I spent all this time trying to find a new apartment, and this was the best I could do. It's owned by the same people that upkeep it, so that's a plus, and it's 3rd floor, and it's not by the basement. I've been looking at an apartment that had a kind of a damp stone basement. I decided not to go with that one. I don't know if I made the right choice because this one has a flat roof, and maybe I could have taken the other one and just sealed off the basement, but it had forced hot air, and the air was probably going to be musty. I don't know. But so here I am in this apartment, and I'm trying to get better, and I have a lot of pressure now to get to where I can tolerate mold better, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to sleep in this apartment. Last night I woke up around 3 a.m. I woke up around 1 a.m. and whenever I'm getting exposed to mold at night, my body will just wake me up. And it happens to my boyfriend too. Try to get us out of the situation, or else maybe there's too much histamine or something. Anyway, I can't sleep when I'm getting exposed to too much of it. So this morning I was like, I've got to find some way to tolerate this house because I've already signed the lease, and I'm not getting out of it at this point. And honestly, it's just when you move houses, I wouldn't want to move there and then realize I needed to move back or anything. So life is what it is. I gotta get my body to the point where I can tolerate stuff. So I started looking up cures for sick building syndrome, and I found that someone said they'd been cured from sick building syndrome by very, very high doses of vitamin C, where she was taking basically a small bottle of vitamin C. She was taking almost the entire bottle per day, and that she's now almost less chemical sensitive than a lot of people. So that was encouraging to me, so I started taking some vitamin C. I also saw on the sick building Yahoo group that alpha-lipoic acid can be a treatment for sick building syndrome, so I took a bunch of that, took 600 milligrams of that today. And also, I've just been eating whatever foods I crave, and I feel a lot better already from doing that, and my mold sensitivity has already gone down within today. I was walking around this morning and the house smelled kind of bad to me. I was reacting to the house, and then I took all of that stuff, and I didn't take it all at once, but like, you know, in divided doses, and the house doesn't smell as much to me. I'm not reacting as much. The level of reactivity is kind of low. Like, there's a border. I think most people with this sensitivity, you can feel that border between what feels okay, where your body can relax, and then above a certain line, you start to feel stressed. And I'm kind of hovering around that line in my house now, where I don't feel panicky, my breathing's not going down, but I can tell I'm chemically stressed because my body's having to work on detoxing stuff. So, my boyfriend calling. Anyway, if you have ideas of how to get over this, please let me know because I have an urgent need to do so.